ESPN's exclusive presentation of NCAA basketball is brought to you by Pep Boys. All you need to know is where to go. Pep Boys. And by 1010-220. Dial it and all calls up to 20 minutes for only 99 cents.
Well, we thought there'd be a good chance we'd see a lot of emotional basketball tonight, and we have indeed seen it. The Fighting Irish up by 3. They had a 10-point lead at the 8:04 mark, but Rutgers, with a lot of pressure, gets back into this game at halftime. Dave Sims and Bill Raftery. And how about the turnaround by Rutgers coming down the last 8 minutes and change?
Well, they play hard. They get after you, and the emotion of the building is just utterly fantastic. The energy, the anticipation, the preparation, all of that combined with an enthusiastic audience stepping in defensively, knowing where to be, what to do, and how to finish at the end of it. It's just solid, man. A little slide by. Kent does not make it, but Axani in the great spot. You can just see they are alive and well in Piscataway. And that guy leading the pack, Rashod Kent.
Rashod Kent, 12 points, 4 of 7 shooting, 4 rebounds. A couple of numbers that jump out at you. The Irish plus 14 in rebounds, just what they did in the first meeting 8 days ago. Irish turned it over 9 times to 4 for Rutgers. And Chris Thomas, offensively, not a factor. Here's Swanigan down low, and he rattles it home.
Nice job, penetration by Jones and finding. Rutgers has had the tendency early in the game to open up and not deny their man properly, over-helping. And don't go until needed.
See what the Rutgers 3-guard attack can do here in the second half. First half, 2 for 15. Shields, Sherrod, and Coleman. And Chris Thomas was 0 for 6. David Graves was 1 for 6 for the Irish, but Matt Carroll, the shooting star, with 6 of 9 from the field. Shields, tough shot. He hit it, too.
They heard you. They heard you. Woo. Well, they can get it going quickly, this team. Just the ref stop and play, a delay of game tactic, touching the basketball. But they are the type that can get on a roll, Rutgers.
Here's Chris Thomas. Started by Sherrod. Matt Carroll with Swanigan, Jones, and Humphrey. Swanigan left open. Humphrey goes strong. Rebound to Kent.
You don't get it once he possesses it.
He's got 5 boards. Good change of pace. Lead for Axani. Shields. Unusual rotation on that ball.
A little Hoyt Wilhelm job.
Yeah.
Again, that's one of those quick jacks that gets me a little, just settle and get something good. And they get the screen, I believe, Swanigan.
Well, Swanigan picks up a second foul. He's got 1 knockdown tonight on a legal pick. It was one of those eraser deals.
Wes Unseld type of delivery,
right?
And you turn around and you say, who's guarding him? And let me know. I want to survive.
I know I didn't buy lunch yesterday, but I can make it up to you. My goodness.
It'll pop out and lock.
Paying a lot of attention to Kent. Tried to step through. There's a scrum.
I got to jump over. That's one of those he actually walked before he took that extra step,
did.
right?
Yep. He was effective with that move in the first half. We might even be discussing that right now. No love lost, indeed. 20 points in the paint by the Irish, plus 14 on the boards, and Carroll shooting well. Look at that. Only 4 TOs.
And stealing the basketball repeatedly. And this is a half you'd expect Chris Thomas to get within himself. Just made some turnovers, uncharacteristic to his level of play.
After all, the Irish lead the conference in assist-turnover ratio.
And he's the key, the catalyst. Nice cross.
Sherrod off the glass.
How about that one?
Yeah.
Little Timmy Hardaway and low to the pie.
Irish by 1. Notre Dame coming up that 4 overtime thriller against Georgetown.
Good pump.
Wasn't a clean delivery that time. And Kent with another rebound, his 6th. Notre Dame on a 5-game winning streak. Longest current streak of the Big East. Their last loss was Jan 21 at home to Georgetown by 10. Coleman, been a terror of late. Reverse, another block. There's another one of his messes. BLK.
He sure gets it out. Keep it in play, big fella. Gary Waters saying, hey, that one was on the way down, but this is just great anticipation. And that was below the rim. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Tough play. Shields, another tough shot, and he gets it off, and Rutgers has the lead at 38-35. 38-37, beg your pardon. First time since early on in that first half.
Dave, these perimeter people don't lack for confidence.
Absolutely.
I mean, unabashed, even if they struggled a little bit in their shooting in the first half.
Swanigan is setting some fabulous picks out there. Jones to Humphrey going baseline. Up top, Thomas. Still can't get it.
One of the few clean looks he's had.
Thomas 0 for 7 from the field. Rutgers by 1. Rutgers 4-1 here in conference play at home. Beating Georgetown, West Virginia, Connecticut, and Syracuse.
Nice look.
Exani. Boy, had an opportunity and did that quickly enough. Goodness gracious!
Sherrod, huh? Wow! Off kilter and still able to convert.
3-point lead. Swanigan taken away by Kent.
Nice hands again.
Exani couldn't save it, but he's got magnificently quick hands for anybody, let alone a guy who's 6'6", 275.
You know, Dave, usually you say he's got great footwork to get there. He does have that, but the hands are incredibly assertive and quick with speed.
Just shy of a sellout here at the rack. Knocked away. Foul, however, by Coleman. Got a piece of Matt Carroll. Would be the first foul on Jerome.
He's one of those teams that doesn't mind deflecting from the rear. They slap away and go the other way. Very attentive to those details. Pressure D.
I'll keep it right here. Rutgers won the first meeting, 89-72 at the Joy Center. Irish had 14 of 23 in that game. Thomas had 32 points. Carroll had 14 and Swanigan had 12.
Sherrod remembers.
Oh, yeah.
So tough on Chris Thomas.
Carroll outside. Graves.
Took a hit.
Oh, man, no call. Wow. Rutgers takes over. Up 3, looking for more. In a hurry, Sherrod. Got it up and in!
I'm saying, what is he doing in there? And yet, he converts a little counter by it. No.
That won't go. Rebound Rutgers, and this is the frenzied type of play they enjoy here with this crowd going nuts. Teed up Coleman. Boy, they'd have gone nuts here.
Again, I'm saying why, but what do I know? And Gary Waters, of course, you've got the advantage on those long rebounds on threes. Graves should have caught it, come down, and maybe dribbled out if he couldn't make the layup.
10-0 run by Rutgers. They trailed by 10, 8 minutes to go first half. Shields.
Tough job.
Look at this. They still get the loose ball, and a foul is going to go against Notre Dame.
How about the foot speed to get that basketball? Anything loose, they believe is theirs, and Mike Bray, concerned as he should be, the ability of the perimeter people. Look at his foot speed, the hops, a little side saddle delivery by Sherrod. I mean, sound basketball. The guard's taking over. Sherrod, solid.
(42-37). It's Rutgers in the lead. These folks are starved for a big-time winner. Gary Waters has him 4-1 at home, 12-1 overall, and he talks about the rack monster.
The way we play is we pressure people and we create havoc. And in an atmosphere like this, it's only going to enhance that. And once we get into the recruiting realms in this area in the East, I think we're going to bring players in here who will love to do that, will fight to do that, and give every moment doing it. And that will make this place the most difficult place to play. And once I teach them how to win on the road, it's going to even become more difficult.
Gary Waters, Detroit born, 2 times a finalist for the Michigan job, but they're real happy to have him here. Ryan Humphrey showing some athleticism.
Quiet confidence he has. Would you agree, Gary Waters? He knows what he wants to do, knows how to go about it. Does a great job at Kent State. The Golden Flashes. Woo.
5 years, he went 92-60 with that big win over Indiana.
Yes.
3 years ago up in Boston in the sub-region.
If you're Indy, you've got to get them under control offensively. Don't get the runouts. Don't get the turn. Make them work on this end of the floor. Nice tip
by Kent. Rashod Kent's having an outstanding night. He's got 14 and 9. Ooh. And there's a hard foul there.
Tell you what a block at the end. I think Rashod Kent, the block, I mean, just the run out. Graves has a great ability to read the floor. He leaks out better than most. How about that effort, Mike? That's what amazes me and impresses me.
Yes.
Rashod Kent does not give up on anything. Exani, I believe, got the foul, but the effort by Kent.
Exani, the foul, his third. Graves, 87% at the line, knocks down the first. He's second to Chris Thomas on the team in free throw shooting. Xanny leaves, and Hervé Lamazana is back in. Lamazana in the first half, 7 points in 9 minutes. Good trip by Graves. Rutgers by 3.
Go through the big fella. 4-4.
Great start here by the Scarlet Knights. 6 out of 10.
There's a little zone look when you start a combo now. Look at all the exchanges, and they almost forget to cover Rashod Kent.
Lamazana can see it up from outside. Sherrod off balance. It was. Look at Kent over. Goes up and got hacked. No call. He thought he was going to get Lamazana and Sherrod. Easy, easy, easy. Good hustle. Good work by both guys.
Good aggressive play.
I don't know why anybody's booing. That's a good play.
Tell you, Kent did not deserve that rebound. That's the kind of effort you love. As Graves tried to stick it to him but couldn't. And a good hustle.
A lot on the line here. This means a lot for both of these clubs. Terrific competition here at the rack. Back here at the rack in Piscataway, New Jersey, Dave Sims and Bill Raftery. Heated Big East contest, 44-41, and it's getting just a tad physical, Raf.
It sure is. Competition at the highest level. You better put the shoulder pads and the helmet on. This is a little roughhouse early, and it continued late. And the aggressive performance, and watch this, intentionally wanted to run down. You better go to the weight room, huh?
Oh, yeah. That's right. You know, a generation or two ago, basketball players, they wanted you out of the weight room. You got to be crazy if you don't go now. Swanigan got a triple bounce, and it went.
That was Thomas's penetration. That's what he has to do. Be cool and find people.
Notre Dame to within 1. 6.5 in here. Second half. Kent wants it down low against Swanigan. Knocked away by Harold. Good play by the track captain.
And Humphrey close to a walk. He's trying to rush the play.
He knew it too. Good recovery.
And that post pass should have been at the left hand, not where Swanigan was. Open look.
Thomas, boy, he still cannot buy one. He's 0 for 9 from the field. Here's Lamazana.
Here's this match now. Watch the confusion it causes both the defense. Here comes Humphrey out. That's how Kent ended up with Graves underneath.
Shields over the top for 3.
And Graves was right there.
47-43. Shields on the season is a 38%er from deep. He's got 9. That's his first 3 tonight. Carroll harassed. He's able to save it, but then he loses it.
And pretty good defensive. The way they maneuver, the way they played that side pick and roll, forced them baseline, got a hand in there, a little confusion. This building, you do things you're not accustomed to as a visitor.
Yeah, they rush you.
They really throw you off, and you can't convince your players. I'm sure Mike Bray said, hey, this place is different than any place else we've been.
You feel the urgency in the building, no question about it. Tom Timmermans is back in, replacing Swanigan. We have 4 surrounding 1. They try to look inside to Kent. 6-6 going right at Timmermans. Reverse.
Smart.
Goes in anyway.
Scored a goal.
Goaltending on Humphrey.
Dave, you can see the strength and the ability to elongate as well, to use that rim to ward off. Well, this place on fire.
No question about it. 6-point lead, the largest tonight for Rutgers.
This is where you need poise. Take as long as you can if you're ND.
Almost Shields. Graves. Good
look.
pass. Timmerman. Wow! How did he get up so quickly?
Unbelievable reaction from the foul line. And then the quick hops at the end of it. I mean, he gives Gary Waters everything. Over on the wing, and now to get down there and do the damage. Just extraordinary. Got the ball, but with that size of a body, you're going to get a piece of people. And just he's a little upset maybe at the defensive reaction of his teammates. He's trying to bail him out on that particular play. Everybody addressed the dribbler.
Timmerman has given Mike Bray and Notre Dame a really nice game, a season-high 6 boards. The 2002 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series season kicks off tomorrow at 1 Eastern with the Dodge Dealers 250 from Daytona International Speedway. Catch every truck race this season on ESPN or ESPN2 beginning tomorrow at 1 from Daytona.
Dennis went with an unusual release around 70%. It's generally consistent with it.
Mike Sherrod running to the show for Rutgers.
This is where you've got to cut well and make decisions or cause decisions for the defense. This matchup now, they should get some good things. They might be able to dribble drive as well. There's the flash, and now the exchange. They got a corner. Look at this pretty play.
One off a foot, the Notre Dame defender. We'll take a timeout. 11:26 to go. It'll be Rutgers ball when we return. They lead by 6. One of the more popular men in the state of New Jersey, most densely populated state in the union. A little quick fact there for you. This is the State University of New Jersey Rutgers, and the guy who brought him in, Bill Raftery, this man right here.
Yeah, Bob O'Kay so delighted with the job both in football and basketball, but Gary Waters has got the spirit in this building, and all of a sudden people are aware. Now, they struggled at football, but Bob was telling me today they had a great recruiting year. They feel they're going to be, oh, look at this great play, and I'm sure Bob O'Kay will enjoy it, but his hire of Gary Waters has just rejuvenated what was, when you consider what Tom Young did here, one of the top programs.
Right, and that's 76.
Yeah.
We're talking a while ago, and Greg Schiano's getting it going in football as well. Be heading into his second year here at Rutgers.
Oh, not a good play here.
Sure was. They got a breakout. 4-on-2. Oh, Shields. Deep hoist. Rebound. Knocked out of bounds by Notre Dame.
And that's one of those, you mentioned the numbers. Come on, give it up a little bit. Gary hit his head, but this is just good little play. Screen and then make you move to the goal. How about that? And that's that combo defense. A lot of communication is necessary, and occasionally it is lacking.
There's Gary. He's got 7,648 in attendance tonight at the rack. Mike Bray going to his bench. Torian Jones. Harold Swanigan is in. Jordan Cornette is in again.
And so with the John. Let's see. Straight up man.
Kareem Wright playing down low. Here's Coleman. Back rim. Rebound Thomas. This is an important Big East game, everybody. As Jones goes baseline. Contact and let him play. We're at the rack in Piscataway, New Jersey. And Rutgers on a run here. That one taken away. Sherrod got an easy layup, but a foul before. Rutgers was down by 10 in the first half. They closed at the half to trail 35-32, and Rutgers got off to a terrific start here. Look at that, 9 for 17 shooting, and hence this lead of 51-43 for Gary Waters.
They are not afraid to push the basketball and make quick decisions. And Mike Bray in control in the first half. All of a sudden, the press got them going, at least gave them some open opportunities. All of a sudden, they have seized control of this game. So very important now that ND run their stuff at the other end. Force Rutgers to play some defense. Don't let them get out and into action as quickly as they've been able to.
Coleman at the line because of Chris Thomas's third foul, Raf. And Coleman, he's a shooter. 1 for 11. Just keep
doesn't bother him.
That's right. 53-43. Biggest lead tonight for RU. Braves. Nice slip. They blew the layup. Put back by Swanigan, though, to clean it up.
Pretty good poise. Now, this team's been behind before. They're resilient. They're competitive. They've got to find their offensive comfort zone.
10 minutes to go here in New Jersey. Coleman, we mentioned 1 for 11. And a good play by Cornette.
Sure did. That's again, they're not passing to the correct hand, not stepping to the ball.
Thomas, 0 for the game from the field. Graves, boy, you give him that much time, and David Graves will hurt you. Good job by their third leading scorer for the Irish. He's got 7.
Well, that was Shields slipped as he came out of the 3-second lane. Gave him the open look.
Graves averaging 14 a game. Ramazana finds Coleman.
And a good job by Jones on the pop out. Look at the two big guys down on the block.
That's about it.
And give this one to Jones, I think, way outside.
First foul on Torian Jones, sophomore guard from Morrisville, Pennsylvania. Not too far from here. Boy, Rutgers went from -14 in the first half. They're +9 here in the second.
Now defend and rebound. And create a little havoc.
Rashod Kent's back from a quick rest. And also in the game, Jason McCoy for Rutgers, number 21. Here's McCoy.
Feeding the post. What an art.
Kent got it up high and in. Nicely done. He's got 18.
THA, I love that turnaround jumper. You can't double him because he does find people.
That's right. He will look to pass. Graves. Jones guarded by Coleman. Hands to Thomas. Got a step. Still hasn't hit from the field. Cornette takes over for Notre Dame. A couple of bodies hit the floor. Short. Or they may have gotten a piece of that with a foul. And it's going to go against Rutgers.
Rashod Kent, you talk about targets and hold off. Swanigan and he just whacking away, but he knows the release has to be high. A little feathery release by the big fella.
Kid just picked up his third foul. Graves. Oh, yes, he did. Good defense to pressure by Jason McCoy.
Right up on him. He's got the size on him as well.
Jason, a 6'9" freshman from Houston, Texas. At Milby High School. 55-47, under 8.5 to play.
Little box set, double screen.
Sherrod got a step. Ooh. Oh, man, that's a nifty handle.
And dangerous, I might add. In traffic. You gotta have a string on it.
No hurry here by the Scarlet Knights.
Nice hands by Jones. You know what? No.
Double dribble. They call it double dribble.
I know, but he got a piece, though.
Yeah.
Jones got a piece you can pick up and re-dribble. But you expose it there, it's dangerous against a good defender like Jones. Torian.
Only the 8th turnover for Rutgers. Swanigan and Jones leave for Carroll and Humphrey. Coming back in. So it's Thomas, Graves, Humphrey, Cornette, and Carroll for the Fighting Irish. Under 8 to play. Good battle down low. Kent with another steal. He's relentless. He's got 4.
Humphrey. Oh, goodness. That's one of those turn and get back. Don't get a nickel dimer.
7.5 to go. 55-47. I thought about it for a second. They look for something a little bit better. They work the clock here.
Kent wants it on the other side. He just pointed. Great denial. And Kent comes to bail out. And Gary Waters with the timeout.
And McCoy got hung up. Nobody coming to him as Gary Waters speaks with Coleman about coming to bail out his guy there. Saturday, ABC Sports brings you a college basketball regional doubleheader at 1 p.m. Eastern. Some of you will see Georgia Tech versus St. Louis, while others will see UMass and Temple. It's an Atlantic 10 matchup. 3:30, it's Arizona State versus number 23 UCLA. Or Louisville against number 12 Marquette. And those on the West Coast are going to see number 10 Arizona against number 25 USC. College basketball on ABC Sports. Rashod Kent has been outstanding this evening all over the stat page. He's got 18 points. He's done his share of steals. He's had block shots, you name it.
And also, you notice in that huddle his leadership, telling guys what to do, making the pass, whatever play necessary, the release on the baseline jumper. He is the hub, the guy that has to bail them out when this denial defense occurs.
18 points. He's got 4 steals. Big shot, won't go. Loose ball. Matt Carroll. Breakout Notre Dame. Matt will fire from there. Won't go. Rebound Lamazana. 7 minutes to go. 55-47. Rutgers over Notre Dame.
And nobody at the rim on that jumper either. Real quick jack. Play within the system. Look at this presentation. Trying to get Cornette with the hold. Kent initiated the contact and in a perfectly legal fashion, I might add.
Rashod Kent enjoying a good evening here at Rutgers, and we'll be back with more right after this.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of NCAA basketball is brought to you by Office Depot. What you need to know. And by Kia Motors, makers of a full line of quality cars backed by a 10-year warranty program.
Back here at Rutgers, we're at the rack. Dave Sims and Bill Raftery. Coming up next on SportsCenter, it's going to be Stuart Scott and Linda Cohn. They're going to bring you MJ versus C-Wed. Show me some love. It is Feb 14. Not tonight, honey. That's not a good sign.
I got a whole lot of loving. Show me some love. Well, if you don't know initials or nicknames, you're in trouble.
That's right.
So you tune in. Did you do what you were supposed to do?
Oh, absolutely.
Good.
You?
Dinner. Dinner. Gift pending.
6:45 to go. 55-47. You made a good point during the break. Notre Dame has definitely been rattled. Good catch by Mohammed-Zana. Back to Coleman. Stolen by Graves. Foul on Coleman.
And they've not played within themselves, and I attribute that to the frenetic pace, the influence of a road game. This is just one of those atmospheres that you just can't imagine as you go through your 2 or 3 practices prior. And there's a quick look to Humphrey, and they're not ready. Great save again.
And a foul. They thought Mohammed-Zana had a block.
Well, he does get up quickly. But that's where Thomas can bite you. I mean,
I like
length of the foot, 70-foot pass.
Right.
Defense doesn't see it. I mean, everybody's head should be on the basketball. You got an outstanding performer. You just see Humphrey, the late assistance down underneath there by Jerome Coleman. Unfortunately, everything's going to be okay, though. I think.
Humphrey struggles at the line just like Kent. He's 55%, although Kent's at 35, so he's got a little bit of
big edge.
Yeah.
But, down the stretch, Humphrey seems to make free throws, too. Shot of Rashod there. He made him against West Virginia because that was a little retribution.
Yes, indeed. He's a downstate West Virginia kid. Running past Gail Catlett saying, hey, coach, you should have recruited me.
Well, you did the game when his mom and grandmother were here.
Right.
Some of those shots were unbelievable. They would be praying, heads down.
And our best wishes go out to Gail Catlett, who's calling it a career in West Virginia.
One of the guys that he's a warrior. Guy's been down the road, done a great job wherever he has been.
Sure has.
So hopefully he'll be in good health and enjoy it. And here, Kent initiates the conduct. He and Humphrey doing a little waltz.
They got a lot of respect for each other. I tell you what, they're wearing each other out.
Physically, you'd call them imposing, competitive, and learning. Here's the smile, a little waltz. But here, the initiative of the contact. You get into a guy, and now you ride him. Now, technically, you're not supposed to do that. Ride him all the way.
Right.
At some point, the officials will call it against you.
Second foul on Ryan Humphrey. Tie up, look out. So they give a half a point for takedown to... I don't know, maybe give a takedown. I might give it to Humphrey. I think it's his momentum that caused that.
So they do get after it.
Boy, they emptied the tank. You got to like that.
And absolutely. They scored on that last out of bounds, if you recall. Right. And they still step through. And Wright was the beneficiary of that trip.
I think Rutgers is trying to work the clock too much. Step under, left hand, no. Got the rebound.
I think they've been smart about their approach, to be honest with you. Well, so much for that. Go home with Jerome.
His second make tonight.
How about that home run?
That was a big stroke. 9 points the lead for Rutgers. Thomas still looking. He's 0 for 12 tonight.
And Kent with the strength to discard and then gather in the rebound.
Crowd back into it, coming up on 5.5 to go. These fans aren't hungry. They're starving.
And they sat back here. And just the effort by this team is just rejuvenating them. Now,
Shields. Wow. Question that comes to mind, what was he thinking about?
Absolutely. And just tee it up on this end. Get it back. That's what you have to think if you're Rutgers.
Jones up top.
Humphrey involved a little bit. A little deflection on the giveaway. Didn't need it by Jerome Coleman, huh? And he knows. But when you get into that pace and that mindset, you just want to attack.
I've seen that happen. I know technically Gary Waters a couple of times. They had a lead in one of the games we did here. I think it was Might have been it was the Connecticut game at one point. They had a lead. There were 7. Clock's running down. They tried to make it 9, turned it over. Connecticut got back into the game. And he said, hey, when we get a smaller, more experienced team, my goodness, it'll be different.
That's what they'll learn. But how about the defensive play again? Kent.
Bowman step back jumper. No.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. And Gary discussed it, too. You do want to give guys a license. But with it, they shouldn't abuse it. You know, it's a responsibility. And that's what you mentioned. Are they using enough clock? Those last couple of attempts, the answer is no.
I don't know about you, but I can feel the steam coming off of Gary Waters all the way up here.
Well, you don't want to get into this playground when guys are getting after one another like this unless you are a tough individual. And nothing easy. Rashod with strength when he blocks the shot. I mean, he has played with poise, feel, enthusiasm, and supreme effort. And you see Gary getting after them to just keep going defensively. He said today, just play. I love them because they play hard. I can't get after them or fault them for that.
Not at all. Tomorrow night at 9 Eastern, ESPN brings you Conference USA action. The Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles visit Steve Logan at the number 5 Cincinnati Bearcats. For more information, log on to ESPN.com. Steve Logan at Cincinnati. Team, you're going to hear a lot about them in March.
Great individual performer. Jump shot, put it on the floor.
Time running short on the Irish. Thomas got bumped by Kent. That'll be his 4th. Good job by Chris Thomas.
And also by Mike Bray. They ran that high pick and roll. They had not used it in quite a while. It gets the guard into the game here, and now he initiates the guts. Just great basketball. Take the bump by the big guy and a chance to go to the line and get him on track. It's a real clever use of the timeout.
Kent going to take a blow right now. He's got 4 fouls. How about Chris Thomas? We were extolling his game, and he is a rookie, and probably, I would say, a real good chance of Rookie of the Year, but he's struggling big time. Look at that, 0 for 11. Averages 16 points. He's their best free throw shooter, 4th in the conference.
Odds on, I would say.
Yeah.
To win the Rookie Award. You know, a lot of the heart of the team went out, too, with Kent. It takes the building out of it just a little bit without him. He does so many dynamic things. But right now, running the show is most important for Chris Thomas as he gets his team back in it.
Here's the old obligatory run here by Notre Dame. They're down 7, 4.5 to go.
And with 3s and their ability, that's not much of a lead or comfort zone.
Kareem Wright trying to work inside. Off the glass. Exani tip, no good. Humphrey knocked it out of bounds. Rutgers ball.
The big guy's just moving bodies a little bit. Good solid job by Kareem Wright.
Shields to inbound.
Screen and then pop to the corner. Coleman gets a look if he wants.
Well, Wigan in the game now. Here's Shields, 2 for 3. Bingo!
Exani set up a great screen to not permit the defense to get around.
10-point lead. Rutgers coming up on 4 minutes to go. Rutgers 4-1 at home. Notre Dame 4-1 on the road. Foul right.
Just experience there and foot speed. Once he caught it, absolutely. Quickness personified. Once Humphrey gets it, right at a disadvantage, he wants to bulk up. Comes to speed. Humphrey's the winner.
Another double-double performance by Ryan Humphrey. This will be his 23rd of his career. 12 and 13 are his numbers. Transfer from Oklahoma.
And he struggled in that Rutgers game. I mean, he really didn't get that many looks.
And that first time around, yeah.
2 of 11, only 8 points.
Number 3 rebounders. Mike Sweetney and Rashod Kent in the conference. And we've got a timeout after that make. This should be one heck of a finish here. The final 3:58 coming your way with Rutgers by 8. 3:58 to go. 61-53 Rutgers. Dave Sims and Bill Raftery with you. A little brush stream action coming up here.
Well, the subtle nuance of an offense. Initially, the pop to the corner by Coleman, but now Axani vacates, and this is ball reversal. Use both sides. All he does is makes it tough for the defense as Graves goes high and can't get there. Just terrific understanding of where to set the screen up, how to use it, and then to make the proper pass.
Axani, 4 points, 2 rebounds, an assist, and a bunch of other things that don't show up in the box score. Here's Sean up top. Gets it to Coleman. Coleman with Wiggin, Axani, Wright, and Shields for Rutgers. Jones, Thomas, Cornett, Humphrey, and Carroll for Notre Dame. Come up on 3.5.
Coleman off the ball and a quick jack. Goodness. Use that dribble and set your guy up, Jerome.
Irish with a chance here. Good chance after that air ball. Thomas, get it to Humphrey. Line drive is good. Ryan Humphrey, timeout Notre Dame. And here come the Irish.
And how about the play by Thomas? Drew 2, and then the snap chest pass. It's not all ringing the bell, particularly when you're the floor general. Right in here, gets himself in here. Now watch this pass, Dave. Just bang. If this isn't with heat, there's no jump shot. I mean, if he doesn't make the proper selection, and of course Ryan, I like playing with that little guy.
Hey, 16 points, 14 rebounds for Ryan Humphrey. Don't forget SportsCenter coming up next. Stuart Scott and Linda Cohn have it for you. We wrap things up here in the Big East. Ryan Humphrey, boy, I tell you what, he is as dependable as they come in college basketball.
He sure is. He can pound them in night after night, and also defensively matching up against Rashod Kent, who's back on the floor now. So it'll be an interesting matchup. It should go through Kent, I would suggest. All right, Dave?
Sure. Kent is back in. Zanny, this is the group that started the game. Eugene Dabney, ankle problem, unavailable this evening for the Scarlet Knights. They go into Kent.
And then the reach over top. That's not a Ryan Humphrey kind of a play. Usually he doesn't get it, doesn't sell out, gets his feet in the right shape. And as you mentioned,
Dabney takes 6 and 4 out of the lineup, 6 points and 4 rebounds and some block shots as well. He's got 40.
I just think of the rotation too. Used to it, you give guys rest. Occasionally you give them a minute or more if there's foul problems on Rashod Kent.
Notre Dame's 7th foul, 1-on-1 situation, and Kent at the line, 18 points, 14 boards, 4 out of 6, which is a great night for him. Gary Waters sweating this one out under 3. Very much in doubt. Humphrey tees a 3, won't go. Rebound taken by Shields.
Oh, great use of the dribble because Cornett was there.
And a blocking foul says John Cal on Ryan Humphrey. That'll be his 4th.
Good call, too. Right selection. I mean, good gamble by Humphrey to see if he can get the basketball back. It doesn't go. Just marvelous use of the bounce there. Unbelievable by Ricky Shields. And I agree with the call. Not a bad anticipation, but step late, Ryan.
Now Shields, one of the better free throw shooters for the Scarlet Knights at 76%. Coleman leads the way at 78%.
Big game against Syracuse. 24 and 7 assists.
Coleman leads the regulars at 78. Wiggin comes off the bench in his limited time. He shoots 79%.
Well, they're going to touch the ball coming down the stretch.
Now Rutgers, this is a scary moment for their fans because they are last in the league in three-point percentage. 57-9, yeah. Little inchworm.
That'll get it to 58.
Crowd coming to its feet, 7,648. Graves got a good look at it. Won't go. Wide left. Keep it alive. Shields comes down with it. Clock running down at 2.5 to go. Coleman gets it across.
Good poise here, too. Didn't rush into anything. Use it. Set something up.
No hurry this time. Clock on their side. 63-55.
Yeah, I love Cat. Look at him telling people where to go out there. And you better listen.
And that was blocked out of bounds by Cornett. Took a run at the basket there. Coleman did. 8 seconds left on the shot clock.
Now Rashod speaks up there. He's telling Mike Sherrod what to do, where to go.
They get Sherrod up top. Keep it alive. Loose ball. Kent's got it.
Great anticipation. Oh, he dragged the foot. I give the foul. Carroll with the foul.
15 rebounds for Rashod Kent.
He may go the longest of anybody in the league to get a rebound. And he is not afraid to go 5, 7, whatever feet it takes in his pursuit. Very aggressive by nature.
Sports Center coming your way next. Once we're done here, Piscataway, New Jersey. 2 minutes even to go.
I'm sort of reminiscent. Years ago, we had a kid at Seton Ken House, built just like him, and same kind of player, same kind of
give you
attitude.
everything, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, just the players around him just adored him because of that. And you see this with his not a good one, that far away, and Barry's hitting his head. Oh, he needed Mike Sherrod to tell him not to foul.
And he is fouled out. 4th time this season, Rashod Kent is fouled out. Fortunately for him, that gives him the team lead in foul outs. Lamazana also has 3.
This is one guy, when he fouls out, the refs don't want to go tell him.
That's right.
And they all have a little argument about, so you go tell him. No.
18 points, 15 rebounds, 4 blocks, 4 steals, 3 assists. A well-earned standing O. But like you said, when he took a blow after that 4th foul, I guess it was, they looked lost out there. He's the continuity guy.
Well, he touches and he makes good decisions. But he alone is the resurgence, I think, in this building, along with what Gary Waters has brought them with attitude, sort of a professional approach about their responsibilities.
Hervé Lamazana is in for Rutgers. Well, based on what ND did on Saturday in the 4 overtimes, what do you think?
I love them. I think they're terrific. I mean, I really do. I mean, this is a great win for Rutgers. And ND, I'm sure, coming into this building, you just can't anticipate the fervor and the aggressive style of play. And if your guys don't perform up to that level, you're going to end up with some problems. And that seems to be what's transpired. You get a little off game from Chris Thomas on the offense.
Here's Graves. Thomas for 3. No! He's still low for the field. Loose ball. They save it. It's back to Graves. Graves trying to shake free. 1:41 to go. Graves, 3 ball. Won't go. Run down by Humphrey. Jump pass. Stolen. Sherrod.
Don't need it now.
And Shields. And a good fight by Notre Dame. Jones wins it back. Humphrey. Jump shot. It banks in.
A little kiss. And they got to get something off their pressure now.
5 points. The Rutgers lead. They're hanging on. 63-58. Pressure by the Fighting Irish. They get it across to Sherrod.
Good play by Axani, too. Nothing silly. Sherrod gets them settled.
Working the clock.
They got an extra playmaker out there right now. He's just got to use judgment.
Under 60 to play now. 13 on the shot clock.
Don't want to foul now for ND.
ND has 9 fouls. Next foul, double bonus. 5 seconds to go. Hervé fade. No brick. Thomas with the Humphrey with the rebound at 17th, a career high. Graves got it. Layup. Timeout Irish.
Did you see Mike Bray on the baseline there? I mean, he ran all the way down to the official get the timeout. They did not go away. Typical of ND. This is a team that knows how to come back from sizable margins. But this was a offensive set. Seemed doomed with all the dribbling. Lamazana out around the top of the key, ends up with a very difficult shot, and then once again Chris Thomas, who struggled offensively, bites them with a great look to Graves.
Here's why this game is being so hotly contested. One of many reasons. The standings: Notre Dame a game behind Pittsburgh, Rutgers within striking distance as well. 3.5 back. And Rutgers, their tournament resume, they're 75 in the RPI. Big wins over Connecticut, Syracuse. Both of those clubs ranked at the time. Miami, Pittsburgh, and Georgetown. A couple of ats. Those are 2 tough ats.
Tough games coming up.
Miami coming in here.
Level, and Pittsburgh just playing so well together. And Georgetown, you know all about them. Just terrific team.
And Notre Dame, their RPI pretty impressive at 25. They've swept Pittsburgh. They got the Cuse at Miami and at St. John's still to come.
Well, the big thing is getting the ball in. So, and who do you want to touch the basketball? Good denial. The other interesting decision is Mike Bray now. Does he give a foul, or does he play one good set? I mean, that's a little bit of a gamble. With the inability of Rutgers to shoot free throws, they have to consider some options. You mentioned the perimeter people shoot pretty well.
Timeout situation. Notre Dame is done. Their next foul puts Rutgers in the double bonus. And don't forget, Rutgers, the worst free throw shooting team in the Big East Conference. Rutgers with a couple of stops remaining. Rutgers had a 7-point lead with 1:51 to go.
He's got Sherrod
down to 3.
He's got Sherrod taking it out because he is not as good a free throw shooter as the other perimeter. This is what you want. A 5-second call, and they get the timeout.
Good job by Notre Dame.
It sure was. Boy, ideally, you don't want them to inbound the ball, get a violation that way. Clock doesn't move at all.
Exactly right. Don't forget Sports Center coming up next once we're done here in New Jersey. Stuart Scott and Linda Cohn standing by. Saw Duke with a resounding win tonight over NC State.
And we were watching early. State was hanging around.
Next thing you know, it was over. I looked at one point. It was about 15 minutes ago. 25, 30 points. Remarkable.
Speaking of a building that's animated.
Rutgers very impressive with home wins here in the conference. Georgetown in overtime, West Virginia, Connecticut, and Syracuse. Their only home conference loss was to the Pitt Panthers. Pittsburgh beat them 66-58 back on January 8th. Now can they get it in? Big question right here.
See if they run anybody deep. They don't. Nice.
Get it to Shields. Get it to Coleman, who's fouled by Thomas.
And this, I think, is the right thing to do. Stretch the game and see if they can make some free throws.
Chris Thomas.
And Coleman 78%.
How about Chris Thomas? 0 for 12 from the field tonight.
Woo! That's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it.
Yeah.
You got a little payback here. Mike Sherrod had to guard him. He had a wonderful game. We mentioned the 32 points and 11 assists.
Coleman back rims it. He's 78%. There's Thomas 0 for 12 from the field after torching Rutgers the first time. Stop me if you can. Not too many people have so far. Oh, he missed them both. Windows wide open for the Irish.
Got to go for 2 real quick. Don't settle for the 3 unless it's a kickback after good defense.
Notre Dame 2 of 17 from 3. Make it 2 out of 18. Rebound Carroll. Foul on the play.
And that's one of those plays that wasn't exactly what Mike Bray wanted. He just said, hey, try and work something quickly now. The key is what you're going to do both ends. Offensively, who's going to take it out? Who's going to screen? Who's going to pop to the basketball if you're Rutgers? And conversely, ND has to get set on the run without the timeouts.
That's Carroll, good free throw shooter at 84%. Second on the team to Chris Thomas at 88. Big spot here for the 6'6 junior. There's one. Sports Center coming up right after we're done. Here at the rack, Terrell Wiggin back into the game for Rutgers.
And ND, of course, no overtimes, but 1 with 4. So they experienced it only a few days ago.
Matt Carroll with a beautiful stroke. Makes it a 1-point game.
So they get some defense in with Torian Jones.
Matt Carroll's going to get a seat. Matt on the night with 15 points, 13 in the first half.
Coleman was free too. Nice kick back to the inbounder.
Get it back to Sherrod. Up to Shields. He'll wait to get fouled, and they stop the clock with 18-8 to go. Shields on the season is 76% at the line.
Oh, they give that one to Graves on that particular play.
Well, if you're Rutgers and an RU fan, this is the guy you want. Rutgers has missed its last 3 at the line, but Shields on the evening is 2 for 2. Here's one.
You love guys that can step up and do that.
Body language is good. Good for 2-point lead.
Both ends, Notre Dame and Carroll able to do it. Interesting with nobody on the line. John Chaney was one of the first I recall not putting anybody on there. Afraid of somebody going over the top and fouling.
Big time 3-point lead. 18 seconds. They count it down here at Rutgers as they come to their feet. Thomas is yet to hit a field goal. They extend the defense. Humphrey way outside. Humphrey in trouble. Gave it up.
And a foul by Carroll, and that's great perimeter defense. They sniffed out the three. They felt ND was just going to rely on the three. I thought with 14 seconds, speed dribble score, still plenty of time. But the rush to tie it and the preparation of the defense was magnificent. Everybody up on this end. Look at this. Everybody playing. Once Humphrey gets it, look at the help. The recovery here, and once he goes airborne, the step in by Jerome Coleman.
3 for 5 tonight. Ooh, is that short or what?
Just get some air under it.
Coleman on the night with 9 points, 5 here in the second half. He's got 1 3.
This is the big one. Sure is. Changes the outlook of what you have to do for Notre Dame.
Graves and Carroll in the deep corner. Rutgers goes back to defend, bounce off the rim. 6 seconds. Thomas looks for his first field goal. Goes up, pump. He missed it. Step back. Pump. No good. And Rutgers win. Rutgers improves at home once again to 5-1.
Well, without Rashod Kent, it was a different Rutgers team. I think this is the only one that would have counted, Dave. After this one that was short by Chris Thomas, the run that I think before he gets it off, it's over. So they would have wiped that one out. But just a terrific home court victory led by number 4-4 in your program and number 1 in your heart here at RU.
Rutgers goes to 6-5 in the conference. Notre Dame drops to 7-4. Thomas over 14 from the field. For Bill Raftery and Dave Sims, final score. Rutgers by 3, 65-62. SportsCenter's next. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.